And it's like 7:30 the next morning. Good 12 hours later. And water's still running. So water coming from here. Between the houses and the businesses on behind. Casinos and West End Coliseum, the auto place. There was a net. They built a sort of a drainage area at the back of all these properties back in the day, and I've talked to the city about it before, and I said people are filling things in. They're flooding us, and we said we all have to fill in to keep ours from being flooded. He goes, "Oh, don't do that." So, same guy from the sea says, "No." It came out at that time. It was years ago. It's good, God, a good 7 or more. Oh, maybe 10, probably almost 10 by now. I said, "No, we're not going to do anything about it." Oh, really? Only if it was like, quote, city water. Then you're going to think, what affordable housing that built these houses back in the mid to late 80s. Yeah. You had to figure. I checked out yesterday. I thought there was a drain up in the cul-de-sac here. Nope. You go Normandale, up Catland here. The cul-de-sac we have to the right there. Go up to the top of the hill. Trick. Water's coming around the corner from Trick to Catland down to the cul-de-sac here to Normandale. If you go back up the top of the hill again, like I said, and turn into Trick, head towards Sherman, go all the way up to Sherman, then there's water from Sherman coming down here, and from the corner of Sherman and Trick all the way down to here, not one drain. Thought there was on the cul-de-sac, but no, there's not. Not a one. And it's like, what were they thinking? Or not thinking? Made these sections of the street, that section, those two sections, these two sections, and half of that section right there behind the car. I replaced one year, 2000, oh God, what is that? Early 2000, I think, because in the middle of the road there, water was coming up. And the city, I remember doing times about it. It's like 7 years altogether. Didn't want to do anything unless it was city water. When it came up, it was undermining the roadway and our driveway here. That drive had been replaced 3 times. And, you know, when I showed yesterday, the water was coming up through the crack in the middle of it there, where the sidewalk means. Yeah, it would heave up in the summertime, and there was a good foot underneath it. When it got really bad, then you couldn't even drive the car over it. The hump was too big. But all the way up to Sherman to here, oh, so the water from behind the places, the businesses up there, it's now between our houses. Besides stuff that's coming from Sherman to Trick, to Catland, down to here. It's like 12 hours later. There's no drains. None. Lots of gravel coat from or coal pack stuff they put in the potholes in the crumbling concrete. And it just washes right out in no time. And yeah, there's rain. Where does it end up? Down here. Drain over there. That's the first one on that side of the street. Same thing all the way up around to the corner. There's not one until you go to the opposite side of Kentland on the other side of Trick. There's a couple there, but none. But you consider we're draining these houses in here, at least from that blue one to the white one, that brown one to the two-story. Water still comes between there. I like to dig a little drain there, or a little drainage ditch thingy. So you won't do anything about it. Apparently, this water just sits here, and right in the curb area, right in here where it sits most of the summer, then it gets all slimy, really slippery. I know that from experience, as my bike has slipped on that and crashed, because it is this slimy, thick. So, and the thing is, on this side especially, from the section behind my car, the road gets lower and lower until right in here it starts to go up. And it the only drain, or the first drain on this side, is right there. That's it. And you don't see any right there. You go way down, there's like two more. And this center's like three altogether, all the way down to the cul-de-sac at the west end, I guess, of Normandale, all the way down there. One here, and then two more. But as you can see, the road gets high, where this next set of cars is, so the water, it will pool like it does here. So, have an event there, or a drain, I should say. It's not the best, because all this water comes running. And I'm sure a little bit of it, the businesses back here, the auto body place, and or the West End Coliseum auto sales, and that, some of it's coming our way. And to think that under that tree is the first drain from there all the way east here on Normandale to the cul-de-sac with Trick, up to the top of the hill, Trick, remember up to Normandale here to Kentland in the cul-de-sac, then to Trick, and then to Sherman. One, just one little drain. It's incredible. So that water will stay there. Yeah. Every once in a while it will like push broom it either past the van and over the hill or across the street to that one drain over there. But if I did that even now, even when what looks to be a small amount of water coming, it's going to keep coming, and within a little while, you'll fill it right back up to that again. How did you figure that pole all the way up to Sherman, one drain? Jesus, it's incredible. How they ever got away with this is beyond me. Yeah. Like I said, we did have this part of the road, right in that middle section. You can see where they cut in some odd sized sections there. They replaced all this up to about the car, and they dug up showing a curbing from like about right here again. Again, this is about where the section of the car's on, and the water pipes in there, they thought they were leaking from them, so they rebanded it and then buried it and cemented over it. But you can see this amount of water, even this amount of water has done. It's undermining this. You know, some of this is selling crappy concrete work, but that doesn't explain all of this, though. And I forgot water coming off Sherman in between the houses here. All the parking lots, especially for the West End, in this case, the auto sales place. That was all just open space, which, well, a lot of this is clayish. He's allowed some, but not now. This is from about 30 minutes or 40 possibly yesterday of rain. It's I mean, still running, still coming under the sidewalk. So, between the houses, yeah. I haven't dug this little trenches to help drain some of the water off. You know, it's soaked. It will remain soaked for a number of days before that ever. What was I saying earlier? When they built these from this area here where the Mancino's is and stuff up to Sherman, they sculpted it, you know, so it was a drainage type thing, and from the fence in, which is like the power lines and stuff, it was sloped downwards, and then that way, so that it stepped down from here. This was to be higher than the lot next to this, and then, you know, the one after that was lower. But not so much now. I mean, started with a few people, a couple lots down from here, didn't like the water in their yard, and filled it in. And the city guy here said, well, says, well, there's nothing I can do about it. And we're like, well, then I guess we're going to have to fill in ours. They started filling like 2 houses over there, which caused the water to back up into this yard here and fill up their yard. So the people previous to these people filled that in, leveled it out, and so it stayed in this yard. And this one, on a rainy day like we had yesterday, it'd fill up from the fence all the way to the back patio doors. And there's one city sewer thing back there. Only a little teeny drain hole in that thing. Could we get water to go into there because it wouldn't leave the yard? And so it keeps it. Now I'm trying to tell, but being there straight from where I am to here, kind of dug a little channel along. There's grass on it now, but you can kind of roughly see where it is, or at least I can, because he did it back to here, to the low side of the fence. To get some of this to drain at least on that. So that it would never dry out. Some tall grasses and flowers and things. I mean, a bird habitat for it. But, and it just knocked this stuff down yesterday. And going to the west, it was the wind and rain coming from that direction. That did it. So here's over the fence. And all that parking lot over there, all that was just, it was nothing there. It was a little limestone, crushed gravel and stuff like it. Just a little field. So until we moved in here in 88, and I was told that one of the reasons for all the water from the people who lived around here was that this was a swampy area. And I said, I pulled brick. Large pieces of concrete out when I was digging for plants and stuff. I said, oh yeah, they just dumped the construction material and other stuff here. Oh, how nice. So and I don't remember about this house though. Bought it, well, we bought it and they built it. I think it was called Afforadable Homes, if I remember right. We had like a 10-year warranty supposedly, and I did get our driveway replaced 3 times in about 5-6 years. A little pea gravel, I don't think there was sufficient underlayment on the ground, but still scoochy. It'll be like this for a while. I don't know if it rains anymore today or in the succeeding days. And so, well, this is probably not, it's bad. It's poor drainage. Well, up there, and there's let's say this house. The water's still coming through there. I said what's all that. Run a hose that drains stuff from the back. And this is just a little canal we built there. But this sediment water is still coming under there. Slower than yesterday, but still running. So it's undermined the side of, well, again, probably undermine this road again. And yesterday it was bubbling. It was coming up from about here. The ground's down to here. There's water was coming out of there, and not from up the crack. It didn't see any up there. Up to this and this, other nutrients and other things that are in the water. This will be a slimy. I think it gets really warmer. Well, even now. Hairs of this, well, I've fallen. Have to be really careful. And for the city, years ago, it's like, well, if we can do anything about that, we don't have to do anything about it. Was the guy was saying, because it's not city water. City should be taking care of drainage, and this should never have been platted and approved without someone, after they finished or got done building here, without someone in the city coming through again. And we had this street section replaced. They now. When they started the project building these extra houses in here, somebody was out, but at the end they just signed off on it. And so older houses that way, it's west down Normandale, and these ones right in here to the corner, but when we moved in, and this house is 1022 Normandale. Was built in 1988. So we moved in like August, September of that year. This was the crack in here yesterday too. It was just gurgling out. And this section of the sidewalk is collapsed down, but from the street, well, there's a lateral lane or whatever it is. There's a water, I believe the thing is. It's buried in here somewhere. It's right under the grass now. It was the cap for to access that pipe. I had to get out again somewhere right in this area, because it paralleled from here. I had that little trench there, and then filled in with the little gravel and soil. Like I know when they were building this house and up to the corner and stuff, they days and days they came in, dropping fill, and then driving this thing over it for a week or two, trying to compact it down. But this driveway when I said it heaved up 3 times. It used to, from the garage door to about this first line here, it was pretty level, and then from this line down it sloped really good, but the ground is obviously settled, and so the last time they did this driveway, they flattened her out again. But it used to heave up. So you keep figuring, I mean, there's a good foot under the bottom part of the driveway. It's, I think, how was it, 3 or 4 inches at the most deep. Concrete, not very good. So, well, that is some other video from the night yesterday. But, I don't know, 5-6 p.m. yesterday when a intense thing came through, and it takes about 15 minutes. for this whole section of the roadway to fill out, bank to bank, as it is. So, all right. Hope I can get something done with this again. 'Cause it's crazy to me that one drain from a little car down there is in front of the van, all the way up to Sherman. Yeah. I think it's lower. So just behind that van, that section there, pretty, up to the end of this driveway, it goes up and gets higher from there to the back of where the van is. And so there's no water going from the van to the drain. There's not enough coming behind yet. It just keeps draining like this and doesn't evaporate fast enough to get over there, but this puddle will stay generally this size for a while. Yeah. More needs to be done with this stuff by the city. It's nuts. And all the way down at the end of Normandale here, and it goes to Coliseum, and then you're gonna go to the left. If you keep going off the end of Normandale and stuff, and behind the house there, then you get that little drainage area that goes under Coliseum, and then down, going south down back into Frankie Park.